can hear our next reader on the air at Chirp Radio 107.1 FM as DJ Ninja on Friday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. She has been a DJ for 18 years at various community and college stations across Illinois, and is currently serving as a Chirp production director and on the station's programming committee. She most recently performed at Chirp's live lit series First Time show, and has twice appeared on in 20 by 2 Chicago. One of the other shows that I produce, 20x2.org/Chicago. By day, she works at ABC 7 Chicago, and in previous lives, worked at WGN Radio, Second City, and as a gymnastics instructor. Please give a warm welcome to Jenn Rourke. Yeah, it's got a little down. There we go. Yeah.
So I am going to tell a true story. Yeah, that's it. It's true. I have never been a very good Catholic. Even when I was very young, we'd go to church and there was this whole setup of intention candles in the front of the church, and it was our goal to surreptitiously blow them out. And when it turns out, when you're 3.5 feet tall, if you let just the slightest bit of air out of your mouth as you bow your head in reverent prayer, you can take out a whole column of intention candles. When I got into high school, Catholic high school, I signed up for Eucharistic ministry, the people that would give out the communion, the bread and the wine, mostly because my friends were doing it. I was also in an argumentative phase at this point in my life, and somehow got into what I thought was just a healthy debate, but ultimately got kicked out of the Eucharistic ministry program. Years in future, they would actually lead off the program with, by the way, you should probably be on board with this before you sign up. In my senior year of high school, I got caught passing a printed out email forward to a friend. Remember the heyday of email forward? Forward, all caps, read, so funny. This one was a collection of corrections from church bulletins. Funny corrections, and we got caught passing this paper between us and our history teacher, a Carmelite priest, Father Tim, proceeded to read the whole thing out to the class. I don't remember all of the points, I just remember the last one. The last correction said, there will be a taffy pulling contest at St. Peter's, not a Peter pulling contest at St. Taffy's. It did not help that just weeks earlier I had done a presentation on the Spanish Inquisition. 80% of that presentation was a showing of Mel Brooks' song and dance number from History of the World Part 1. I tell you all of this to really frame the incredible irony that took place when I was in my last year of school, our spring musical. I was cast as a nun. Not only was I cast as a nun, I was cast as the lead nun in a chorus of nuns. It was a musical called Do Black Patent Leather Shoes Really Reflect Up? It is a satire of 1950s Catholic schooling. I was cast as Sister Lee, who is the pious, stern old nun. She got to carry around a wooden cane the whole time. So while the rest of the nuns were sort of in the school dance scene, politely parting couples with a "make room for the Holy Spirit," Sister Lee would just take a swipe with her stick. Sister Lee also had the title line from the musical, and as she told the female students about how to be modest, she said, "Remember, girls, you must never wear black patent leather shoes because they reflect up. And you must never wear pearls because they reflect down." But the best part about the role of Sister Lee was she had a solo, an entire song that she sang, and it's called "There Are No Cookie Cutters Up in Heaven." I can't make that up, because you guys, there are no cookie cutters up in heaven. With his hands, he has shaped everyone. And the thing, though, was I was not really accustomed to singing by myself. To this day, I have never done karaoke without a group. I don't do that by myself. I was in choir, but I had never, really sang solo publicly ever, and so I was sort of embarrassed to practice this number. And so I would wait until most of my family members were out of the house to practice. If I could help it, the house would be totally empty. But the Saturday before the musical is about to go up, I really need to practice. Most of the family is gone, and the only person in the house is my little sister. She's up on the second floor, so I go to the basement and I practice my cookie cutter solo at the top of my lungs for about an hour. And when I'm done, I go up to the first floor, I go to the kitchen, and I grab a snack. I grab a chocolate-covered granola bar, and I think, I'm about to go to college. Maybe we could have a pizza night. My sister's home. I was 17. My sister was 16. She was way more popular than I was, so the fact that she's even home on a Saturday is already pretty odd. And I think, let's go. We'll order some pizza. So I go up to her room, and I knock on the door. I'm like, hey, you want to order pizza? She opens the door about 5 inches, says, no, I'm good. Starts to shut the door. And something instinctually, I decide, I'm going to push this door open because something's going on. And then, to this day, instinctively, I don't know why, but I step into the room and I reach with my left hand into the closet and I grab a shirt collar with a teenage boy twice my size in it. And as I pull this kid backward out of the closet, I recognize this kid. We had talked about this kid. My sister had said he had been sort of stalking maybe her, and so I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be livid because he's uninvited and should not be here. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be livid because maybe she over-exaggerated or under-exaggerated her interest in the boy. I just know that I am livid because this punk kid definitely heard me practicing There Are No Cookie Cutters Up in Heaven. So at this point, I do not know a lot of things about the future. I have no plan A. I do not know that in 2 years this kid is going to be a star linebacker on our state championship football team. I do not know that many years down the line he will actually be arrested on armed robbery-related charges. At this moment, as I hold this kid's collar in my left hand, all I know and suddenly realize is that in my right hand, I am still holding the chocolate-covered granola bar. And it occurs to me that I may need my dominant hand because I have made some poor choices at this point. And I chuck it clear across the room. One of the mysteries to this day is also no one knows where that thing landed. It was never found again. And I act on instinct. I grab him with both hands, yank him backward out of the closet. And it's funny, the closet is one of those sliding door closets where it's mirror, floor to ceiling. And you can see the terror on this kid's face as I pull him out of the closet. I push him out the bedroom door, follow him down the stairs, follow him to the front door. He walks out of the house, and I slam the door behind him. And as he walks away from the house, I think, I may have gone too far. But then I think, actually, Sister Lee would be proud. This was not overreacting. This was method acting. And I think, actually, what this is my way of saying, make room for the Holy Spirit. Thank you.